So the announcement is officially here. Sceptile will be learning the move Frenzy Plant come this community day, and that is great news. Unfortunately, it's not going to receive a new one, something fresh and new, but that's okay. Frenzy Plant is still going to be super good on this Pokemon. Now, I am going to be purchasing that secondary move on my Melmetal, like I promised, if my Kingdom Cup did receive 500 likes, that first video that I put out about it. And we're also going to be taking a look at the last attack form Deoxys solo that I will be doing because, well, the defense form is coming in next. And I'm not going to be using Mewtwo's or Tyranitar's, basically your easiest counters to go up against it. Not only that, I'm going to be using 6 unique Pokemon. The weather is going to be cloudy, so the poison jab on that attack form Deoxys is going to be boosted and doing a massive amount of damage. And then the zap cannon is always hitting hard. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm going to put my first run and you're going to see this error happen. I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter coming forth and saying that they're having this issue where they can't switch out. And once all their Pokemon faint, or maybe not even all of them, they're still not able to back out or switch their Pokemon. They're just stuck in the screen. They have to completely reset their app. And what happens there is, what if your raid was over? What if that was your last chance and you simply wasted your EX pass or even a regular raid pass? And this isn't happening once or twice. Personally, for me, this has happened multiple times, and I've lost about 7 raid passes at this point due to this error. And no, I'm not going to go and fill out a form to get my free raid pass every time, because it's starting to get ridiculous and very repetitive. And it's not about the passes like we went over before, it's about your time. Anyways, Frenzy Plant, Sceptile. We're going to do some comparisons to see what's going to be your best grass attacker. Roserade is still going to be one of the best, okay? Did make a video a while back going over that. It did receive a new move, Grass Knot, which is making it even better because of that massive attack, and it's going to be a double charge. So let's go ahead and get into this, and I'm just going to let that Deoxys solo play out. You're going to see the error, then we're going to go into the next one, which will be the completion of it, and that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about other news as well. We are going to be getting Lucky Friends, so that's going to be quite interesting. Lucky Friends, guaranteed lucky Pokemon in your next trade. Let's go ahead and discuss all that. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and check out your best grass attackers in Pokemon Go. We're going to start it off with DPS, damage per second. That's basically how much damage they can get off, not their survivability. We'll go over that next. So first, we have a Roserade with Razor Leaf and Grass Knot outperforming the Community Day Sceptile. Pretty amazing. Okay, so it's going to be sitting at 16.80. Then we have Sceptile with Bullet Seed and Frenzy Plant. And now take note, I'm not going to mix it up with their other typing moves. We're just going to stick to pure grass, okay? So for Sceptile, Bullet Seed, Frenzy Plant, when it does receive that Community Day. Ooh, it's going to be so awesome with that color too. It's sitting at 16.25, so not too far behind the Roserade there. Then we have Venusaur with Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant. If you're wondering, well, why not Razor Leaf? Because Vine Whip is actually going to be charging your Frenzy Plant a lot quicker, therefore doing a lot more damage as far as that goes, okay? Although Razor Leaf is fantastic as a quick move. So Venusaur, Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant, 16.5, not bad, still above 16 on the top tiers there. Then we have Breloom with Bullet Seed and Grass Knot, very frail and glass cannony, sitting at 15.89. So Breloom's pretty cool. Too bad we didn't receive a, shiny for this whole event. And about the current grass event, very underwhelming, guys, okay? I don't want to be all negative or anything about it, but personally, I'm not too excited, right? Where's our double something? Double Stardust, double candies. I'm not really ever worried about double candies, to be honest. But I know a couple other shinies other than Solrock and Lunatone. Anyways, we're just going to end it right there. Let's move along and focus on the grass Pokemon here. And then we have Exeggutor with Bullet Seed and Solar Beam, sitting at 15.79. And then we have Alolan Exeggutor, Bullet Seed, Solar Beam, 15.70. And then Leafeon, which should have been released with this event, meh. Razor Leaf and Solar Beam, 15.36. Victory Bell, my bell, with Razor Leaf and Solar Beam, sitting at 15.05. Then we have Meganium, all the way at the very bottom, with Vine Whip and Frenzy Plant. And that is a Community Day move, and it's still, wow, getting outperformed by several other Pokemon, okay, that do not have OP Community Day moves. So there you have it, if you want to know which is your best DPS grass type Pokemon. Now let's go ahead and go TDO. All right, that's going to be the weakest first. Let's go your bulkiest. So Venusaur is going to last the longest here, as you can see. Okay, I'm not going to go over all the numbers, just going to kind of show you here. Leafeon is pulling up second place. Alolan Exeggutor, pretty nice. And Meganium, actually worth something now. because it does have a bit of bulk to it. Then you have the regular Exeggutor, Roserade, Sceptile, Victory Bell, and then Breloom coming in last because we know that is a glass cannon. So there you go as far as the best survivability grass type Pokemon. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into that Lucky Friend news to see what that's all about. Very interesting. Alrighty, so we're over here on Trails' Twitter. I will be leaving a link in the description so you can check out all of his data mine madness yourself. So Lucky Friends, what? Excuse me? Come again? Alright, so it seems that you will be able to become lucky friends with people, and then your next trade will be guaranteed. So it says your next trade together will be lucky. This means both Pokemon traded will become lucky Pokemon. That is absolutely fascinating. Are you kidding? So you'll be able to pick the Pokemon for 100% guaranteed lucky. Okay, so that's pretty amazing. Now, the biggest question that remains is this. How in the world do you become lucky friends with somebody? And you became lucky friends. That seems like when you add somebody, then that is the possibility of you becoming lucky. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, well, my friends list is full and I don't have any intentions of deleting anybody to become lucky friends with some other people. Well, there's nothing too big to worry about, because if you do remove one of your friends, that friendship level will not go away for 30 days, okay? So you'll be able to remove them and then re-add them if that is how you actually will become lucky friends with somebody, okay? So take note of that. But as it is at this point of making this video, it's unclear as to how exactly it's going to go about to become lucky friends with somebody and how long it'll stay. It's very mysterious. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention. This will be coming in the future. They went there, guys. Lucky friends. Okay. Okay. Sounds good to me though, right? More features equals more fun. But as we've seen with the raid, they really kind of need to get the game together before adding a whole bunch more features, all right? Not that it's bad. And if anybody from Niantic is watching me, no offense, you guys, keep it up with the events. This one may not be the best, but that's all right. Every event is not for everybody, and it's kind of nice that it's not super great, so I can kind of relax. Okay, so there you have it, folks. Pretty interesting stuff. Lucky friends coming in the future, which will guarantee you your first trade to be a lucky Pokemon. It's not going to be like, oh, and you became lucky friends with somebody, oh, let's trade hundreds of Pokemon and they're all going to be lucky, or dozens, right? It's not going to work like that. It's going to be your one-time trade. Although we don't know all of the details at this time, so we'll just have to wait and see, but that will be coming in the future. Now, for more details about the Treecko Community Day, let's go ahead and go over that since we have it. I don't know why it still has question mark for the exclusive move, because that is going to be Frenzy Plant, as we've seen there. Featured Pokemon, Treecko, of course, when evolved into Grovel, and then finally into Sceptile, you will receive that very nice Frenzy Plant move on this Pokemon, which is going to be your second best grass attacker in the game. Roserade is going to be first, as we just went over. 1/4 egg hatch distance, and then 3-hour lures, of course, okay? So that is going to be going down March 23rd. Now remember, folks, okay, it's not going to be in the morning this time. It's going to be from 3 to 6 p.m. in your local area. Very different. Personally, I'm welcoming this with open arms. I like those times. It can probably be very busy depending on where you live and where you grind, because those are going to be peak hours. Okay, on the weekends, so you might find yourself in a bit of a slow moving pace, but then again, during a community day, you want to kind of move slow. If you're walking, it doesn't really matter. If you're in a car with a bunch of people grinding, then that might be a plus, might be a negative, who knows. But just take note that this is not going to be your usual time. It's going to be from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. because the shiny variants for Treecko and Grovel, then Sceptile finally, looks absolutely fantastic. So I'm very excited. Alright, and before we head out, I thought we'd look at my grass Pokemon really quick just to go over them, because we're in a grass event and Sceptile's coming in fairly soon with that nice community day move. Might as well go over these. So I do have at the very top, highest CP is going to be Celebi. Ironically enough, it does not learn a grass move. Okay. Moving on over here, we have my Exeggutor. I've had this one for a long time, since September of 2016. So I do switch the moves quite often. Unfortunately, no confusion on that one. And then we have my Dragon Fruit, the Alolan version of Exeggutor. Dragon Tail and Solar Beam, not too sure why I have Dragon Tail on that right now. And then my Roserade, I do need to TM this. Let's go ahead and do that now, right? Let's get rid of that Solar Beam. We want the best grass move on this Pokemon. Grass Knot, there we go. beautiful. It's done. And like I went over in my last video, if it does show that glitch, see how it has just one bar, simply back out and then go back in and just a visual. I'm sure they'll fix it sooner or later. So there we go, Grass Knot. Best grass attacker, you're looking at right here. Shiny form. And I love how that pose, Alright, let's move on. Then we have Torterra here. Okay. It's okay. It's an alright Pokemon. It can find its usability. I mean, it's resisting electric quite a bit because it is going to be grass and ground. Both of those types will be resisting electric moves, so it's going to be good going up against those types, I suppose. And it does have Razor Leaf, so not too bad. And it looks neat. But Sceptile's better. Sceptile's better. It does have Fury Cutter, which will be super effective to it, as a matter of fact. Okay? And it also has Aerial Ace. And like I went over before, as Sceptile stands currently without the Community Day move, Fury Cutter, Leaf Blade, Aerial Ace for PvP Pokemon, the thing is just a monster. Okay? Absolutely amazing. Has great coverage, one typing, so we'll be taking super effective damage from poison type moves, but that's okay. Then you have the awesome Venusaur shiny variants. Just love this thing. Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant, Sludge Bomb. Always use this thing all the time, PvP and in raids. Another Executor, Venusaur, and then you have my Breloom here, Dynamic Punch with grass colored moves. Okay, all visually messed up over here. And then when we move over here, the Dynamic Punch actually turns into poison type bars. Okay, and the Sludge Bomb reverses to grass. A lot of visual bugs going on lately. Oh, all right. Another Venusaur, and we can back out here and just kind of scroll down. Let's talk about the Victory Bell really quick here. If you missed that video where I was covering the new moves, as a matter of fact, it has both of them right here. So we have Leaf Tornado, which will lower the attack, and the Sludge Bomb as well. Wait a minute. Did I do both of them on this? Oh, okay. I was so confused. I was like, whoa, I thought I just got ripped off. Did my move revert back or something? Okay, sorry. Here we go. Both of them right here. Acid Spray and Leaf Tornado. So Acid Spray is going to drop the defense, and then the Leaf Tornado is going to drop the attack. And if you're wondering, should I use these moves on my Victory Bell and TM them to finally get them? If you PvP, for sure. Acid Spray is an absolutely horrible move to use. The only reason why you want it is for PvP. You don't want it for PvE because it's not doing anything. And it takes forever to charge. You know, the reason why they did that is because you're lowering their defense. It's very OP. If you do have Razor Leaf, you're going to dig into their health once you drop their defense for sure. Okay, so I enjoy this Pokemon. I've only used it a few times in PvP battles. As a matter of fact, it was for my video that I made yesterday. So I'm looking forward to testing it out some more. It is going to be the Great League. So whenever the grass types do get their chance for a cup, I will have this ready. Acid Spray. And if you're thinking, well, what about Quagsire? We have the current cup, which is Tempest, and Quagsire is going to be eligible. Is Acid Spray going to be good on it because you'll be able to lower the defense? Well, I would say yes, but here is my thoughts on that. Yes, Quagsire is going to be absolutely amazing for the Tempest Cup, but with Acid Spray, I'm not too sure. Yes, you're going to be lowering the defense, but it takes forever to finally get it off, and by that time, who knows what would have happened. You could have had a Tropius go in there and basically destroy you, and you would have had, say, Stone Edge for a secondary move. You would have been able to get that off, but I don't know, guys. Sludge Bomb seems like it would be almost a better option for these tournaments, personally. But that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments, because I'm very curious as to your thoughts on this whole situation regarding Quagsire and the current cup and using Acid Spray to lower your opponent's defense. So very interesting stuff there. I do have a couple of Tropiuses there that are my failures. Well, only one of them were. Wow, that was so horrible. But anyways, just a quick rundown here. Would have really loved to see a Shiny Blossom coming in for this event alongside Shiny Vileplume. And you already know how I feel about a Shiny Victory Bell. My gosh, you probably would have seen only one video at this point when the event had started, because I would have been grinding so hard to try to find that Shiny Bellsprout, because that is... Ooh, I really like that shiny variants, and Victory Bell is my OG for sure. Anyways, the Blossom, very tanky and cute little Pokemon, would have been great, but maybe they have something else up their sleeves. Who knows, guys, because they still have a few Gen 4 Pokemon to release. So with that said, trainers, I have a Breloom on the nearby. Okay, is that a Soul Rock? Hey, I think I need to go for a little walk there, guys. Alrighty, trainers. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And I'll be keeping you posted, like usual, on the things happening in Pokemon Go. And be safe out there, trainers. Good luck on your Treecko Community Day. And I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.